Hello everyone, I hope you all are keeping fine. I request all of you to please keep yourself safe in this corona period, okay? So now let's talk about this video. This video is fourth video related to continuity. This is the part of your class 12th syllabus, chapter number 5, differentiability and continuity. In this video, I am going to discuss with you one of the topic, that is removable discontinuity and irremovable discontinuity. So let's start our lesson. What is removable discontinuity and what is the concept? See, if you remember, in my previous video I discussed with you what is the meaning of continuity. So if you haven't seen my previous video, then I request all of you to just go and watch them. For your convenience, I am going to share the link in my description box so you can go there and watch them. Okay. So the meaning of continuity is the limit value at that point should be equivalent to the functional value. This is what I told you many times in my previous video. Again, I am repeating. So removable discontinuity we are discussing. So limit value means left hand limit should be equivalent to the right hand limit, should be equivalent to the functional value. So what happens in the case of removable discontinuity? So in case of removable discontinuity, limit exists. It means left hand limit is equivalent to right hand limit, but it is not equivalent to the functional value at that point. Okay, so it means one of the condition is existing, limit is existing, but the second condition that it should be equivalent to the functional value, that is not existing. So that discontinuity is called removable discontinuity. Now how to remove this discontinuity? This is the question. So let's discuss one of the example. Okay. So is it possible to define f2 in a way that extends fx x square plus x minus 6 upon x square minus 4 to be continuous at x equals to 2. It means the function that is given to us, if we want to make it continuous at 2, then what sort of changes we should make? Okay, this is our question. So if we calculate the functional value at 2, then what will happen? Obviously the function is x square plus x minus 6, then put 2 at place of x, so it will become 2 square plus 2 minus 6 upon 2 square minus 4. If you are going to solve it numerically, it will be 0 by 0 form. It means the functional value is not defined at 2. Okay, first of all you keep this in mind. Now you want to show that the function is continuous at x equals to 2. Continuous means you want to show that the limit at x tends to 2 is equivalent to the functional value, that is f2. But f2 is creating problem here. So how to solve this problem? This is our question. So now let's see in the next slide. How are we going to solve this? See, I told you many times, as well as you would have studied in 11th standard at the time of solving the limits. If the function at that point is having 0 by 0 form, then we first solve the function, okay, factorize it or solve it via some tricks, and after that only we apply the limit. So in this case also we are going to solve the function. So x square plus x minus 6, it's a quadratic equation, so we are going to factorize it, and we got the factors x minus 2 and x plus 3. X square minus 4, that is a square minus b square form, so the factors are x minus 2 and x plus 2. Now x minus 2 and x minus 2 will be cancelled, so we are going to get x plus 3 upon x plus 2. Now you apply limit x tends to 2, x plus 3 upon x plus 2. When you are going to apply limit, you will get 2 plus 3, that is 5, and 2 plus 2 is 4, 5 by 4. It means after solving, if we are putting 2, then we are getting the value 5 by 4. Okay, so this is what we got. We got 5 by 4. Now what is the meaning of that? It means now after solving f2 becomes 5 by 4. Okay, so we are going to use this value and define the function again. How? It means the function is x square plus x minus 6 upon x square minus 4, that is given. So when, if x is not equals to 2, because only at x equals to 2 it is creating problem. So for x equals to 2 we have put this value, that for x equals to 2 our function is 5 upon 4. Okay, so this is how we are going to remove this discontinuity. So whenever you are getting such question, what are you going to do? First of all, you solve. After solving, you just find out the value of the function at that point by putting that value, and you redefine the function, that the given function will be for x not equals to a, and at x equals to a the function takes the value that you are going to calculate it after solving it. Okay, so this is how we are going to solve such kind of questions. Just remember. Okay, now let's see what is another kind, that is irremovable discontinuity. What is the case and concept? First of all, let's see. In removable discontinuity, I told you that the limit exists but it is not equivalent to the functional value. But in irremovable discontinuity, the condition is the limit does not exist. It means left hand limit is not equivalent to right hand limit. So in this many cases are there, so I am going to discuss two of the cases. The first is jump discontinuity. What is jump discontinuity? When both limit, left hand limit and right hand limit exist, okay, but they are not equal. Means both are existing in itself but they are not equivalent to each other. Like in this diagram you can see what is happening here. At x equals to a, if you are going to see x equals to a, what is happening? That from the left hand side, it means if you see limit x tends to left hand side means a minus fx is getting the value. Just see the value, this is L. Okay, if we are going to see at right hand side any limit x tends to a plus fx, it means from this side the functional value is m. It means both are limit existing as x tending to a, but left hand limit is L and right hand limit is m. It means the limits are not equivalent, therefore the limit does not exist. Okay, so it means both the limits themselves existing but they are not equivalent to each other. This is the case of jump discontinuity. Okay, now you see another type of discontinuity, irremovable discontinuity, that is infinite discontinuity. In infinite discontinuity, what happens? That both the limit does not exist. It means both becomes equivalent to infinity. See in this diagram what is happening? As from the left hand side the function is approaching towards a, then what is happening? It is going towards infinity. The function is going towards infinity when x is moving towards a from the left hand side. Similarly, when x is moving towards a from the right hand side, then also the function is reaching to infinity. Okay, so if this is the case, both left hand limit and the right hand limits are reaching towards the infinity when x is tending to a, then it is the case of infinite discontinuity. So both jump and infinite discontinuity are the types of irremovable discontinuity. Okay, such kind of discontinuity cannot be removed. So few more cases are also there, but these two types are very important. That's why I am discussing these two types with you. Okay, so if you have any query related to it, you may post, and I request you to share, subscribe my channel, and if you have any query you can ask your question frankly. Okay, thank you so very much. Again, stay safe and stay healthy.